Welcome to Writing.com Live presents Harry Potter and the Unreasonable Quiz. With us we have, as my co-host, we have Andy.
Good evening, everybody.
And as our contestants, we have Lorraine.
Hi, everyone.
Kit.
Hiya.
And Dragon.
Hi.
Okay, so are we all looking forward to the quiz?
Yep.
That's the most important question.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know it was called the Unreasonable Quiz before I signed up, so that's a little worrying.
Well, it's only unreasonable if you don't know the answers to the questions.
This is a genuine possibility.
Okay, right. So the original plan had been to be pitting Dragon against Kit. Turns out neither of them are massive Harry Potter fanboys. So we also have Lorraine, who is apparently a big fan of Harry Potter. So it'll be Lorraine versus Dragon and Kit together. So half the questions have been written by myself. The other half have been written by Andy. The intention had been to write all these questions up, but being the awful student I am, I actually ran out of time, and so I've only written my questions, and Andy will be reading his questions for you. So apologies in advance for that. Okay, so for the most part, the questions are split up to be in categories of which book they are relating to. Each book has 6 questions. There are 2 easy questions worth 1 point, 2 medium questions worth 2 points, and 2 hard questions worth 3 points each. We will alternate answering questions, so you'll each have a go at an easy, medium, and hard question. If at any point you think the answer that your opponent has given is wrong, you can shout that you think it's wrong, and if you are right that they're wrong, you get to steal their points on that question. Winner is, as you would expect, the person with the most points, or the team with the most points at the end of the quiz. Does that all make sense?
Yep.
To everyone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. So, before we start, let's see how many people. We've got 5 viewers. Very exciting. Robert E. Baker says he can see people. That's good. Norb, yeah. Norb says have fun, but he's not a big Harry Potter fan. And probably don't swear, which is probably a good point. This is a 13+ quiz.
We'll try.
Right. So, I guess without further ado, we should start the questions. Okay, so. Okay. You can see my screen being displayed with Harry Potter and the Unreasonable Quiz and the wonderful logo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Which I spent most doing rather than making questions. Okay. Okay, so. Right. So, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or as it is known in the US, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, so. We will start. Dragon and Kit will answer the first question. Lorraine, if you think they've got the answer wrong, tell us before we reveal the answer, and if you are correct, you get to steal their point. So, Dragon and Kit for 1 point. Question 1. Harry Potter makes a wish on his 11th birthday. What happens next?
Which one of us will answer?
You can discuss between you, Dragon and Kit.
Okay, I know the answer, so are you okay with me answering it, Dragon? Dragon?
I said if you know it, go for it.
Huh? What?
Okay,
What?
cool.
Wait, where? What?
Right, okay.
What happens is the door gets knocked down and Ruby as Hagrid enters the building.
Okay. That's correct. Hagrid kicks the door down and informs Harry of his place at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Okay, so that's the first point of the quiz. Goes to Dragon and Kit. So the next question is for Lorraine. For 1 point, Lorraine. Question 2. On what road does Harry live when with the Dursleys?
Yeah, I know this one. It's Privet Drive.
Let's find out. Privet Drive is correct. Okay, so now the questions get slightly harder. Question 3 is worth 2 points. So for Dragon and Kit, your question is, who does Hermione use the spell Petrificus Totalis on in the common room?
I know the answer. You, Dragon?
Go for it.
Neville Longbottom.
That is, of course, correct. Neville Longbottom. Okay. So that's 2 for 2. You're doing good. So that's 2 points there. Lorraine, for 2 points, your question is... My grammar's awful there. But what kind of pet did Hagrid try to keep in his hut? And what was its name?
I didn't realise that was in the first book. This is the dragon called Norbert.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dragon called Norbert, or as we later realise, Norberta, because Norbert is actually a female dragon. Okay. Okay, so question 5. Dragon and Kit, this is worth 3 points.
Okay.
Quirinus Quirrell has taught 2 subjects at Hogwarts. What are they?
Oh gosh, I know one.
It's 1.5 points per subject.
I know Defense Against the Dark Arts. Dragon? Come on, Dragon.
I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark.
Yeah.
Muggle studies?
Okay. Lorraine, remember, if you think at any
What
point they
did
are
Dragon
wrong,
say, sorry?
Muggle studies.
I didn't hear.
Okay, so they've said Defense Against the Dark Arts and Muggle studies. I can reveal. There's Defense Against the Dark Arts and Muggle studies. That's...
Yay.
Yay, well done.
Very good. Okay, so Lorraine, your question 6 for 3 points is: from whom did Ron get his first wand, and what was its core made from?
I think it was his brother Charlie. And I want to say Unicorn Heartstring, but I'm not too sure.
Okay. If Dragon or Kit think Lorraine is wrong, they are
No, I've
free
got no
to.
idea.
Okay. I can reveal it was Charlie Weasley and Unicorn Tailhair. So that's
Tailhair.
so I think that's worth 2 out of 3. You got the
Well
right
done,
animal.
Lorraine.
Yep.
Okay, right. Okay, so that's the first 6 questions. That's the first book with our standard questions complete. To finish this section, we have Harry Potter and the Easy Hard Obstacles. This is the bonus round. Okay,
Uh-oh.
right. So, bonus round 1. Which professors/staff created obstacles to protect the Philosopher's Stone, and what were the challenges? Okay, so for this one, we have 7 obstacles produced by 7 different members of Hogwarts staff. As
Not cool.
Lorraine, as Lorraine is currently losing by 1 point, I will let Lorraine go first. So, can you tell me the name of the first member of staff and what the obstacle they produced was?
The first one was the 3-headed dog Fluffy.
Okay.
And who was responsible for it? Hagrid bought him. Does that mean he's responsible for it?
Is Hagrid your answer?
Yes.
Correct. Hagrid and Fluffy on the trapdoor. So that's 1 point for each of those. So that's 2 points. Okay, so
Awesome.
Dragon and Kit, you're up next.
Obstacle, plant called, I think it's Devil's Snare,
Okay.
and I'm assuming it will have been Professor Sprout.
Devil's Snare is correct. And Professor Sprout is also correct. So that's 2 points there.
Yay.
Okay. Lorraine, you're up next.
Third one was the Flying Keys. And Flitwick would have done it.
Flying Keys. Professor Flitwick, very good, 2 points. Okay, Dragon and Kit. Task number 4.
I'm thinking, is it the Wizard's Chess next?
You saying Wizard's Chess?
I'm thinking. Dragon, what do you think?
I'll just go with what you said.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
And who are you saying set up the Wizard's Chess?
I don't know. I've no idea. I'm just gonna guess Professor McGonagall. Totally
Okay,
correct.
Wizard's
Incorrect, probably.
Chess. Remember, Lorraine, if you disagree with any of their answers, you can jump in. Wizard's Chess and Professor McGonagall is
Just a
correct.
guess.
That's
Yay!
Oh, wow.
okay. Lorraine?
Yeah, we're getting into challenges or obstacles that weren't in the film, so I've got to try and remember the book.
Yeah,
Yep,
I've got the
yep,
same problem.
The next two, yep. The next two, that I think
Um,
we've
Are there
both
even
missed out
three
the film.
I know that. Was it the troll nest?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Okay. And which member of staff?
Who would be responsible for a troll? Hmm. No idea. Quirrell likes trolls. Could he be responsible for it?
Are you going for Quirrell?
Yeah.
The mountain troll is correct,
Well done, Millie.
as is Professor Quirrell.
Wow, well
Okay.
done. I couldn't even remember the troll.
No, it's
Well,
mentioned for all of about 4 seconds in the book.
Yeah.
It's not
it's-
featured.
Quirrell had
Yeah.
already knocked out the troll already, so it's just kind of mentioned for about 3 lines.
Because
Yeah.
they've just got to walk past it. Yeah.
Yeah. They just mention how much the room smells. Okay. So, Dragon and Kit. What is the next obstacle?
Is it the vials of potions?
Okay, set up by
That would be Professor Snape, I would assume.
the logical potion puzzle
Yep.
and Professor Snape. Okay, so that leaves Lorraine with the final task.
The final one was the Mirror of Erised. And
Set up
Dumbledore
by-
was responsible.
Okay.
Dumbledore.
Mirror of Erised and Professor Dumbledore. Very good. I'm impressed. We've got all of them.
Yep. Well done, everyone.
Yep. Now, can we just take a moment to question the validity of using these obstacles to protect the Philosopher's Stone? Harry,
First
Ron,
what?
and Hermione, their first years,
Yeah, they
Two
got
of
past
them.
all of them.
2 of them grew up as muggles.
And Harry did absolutely nothing to get past any of them.
All Harry did was be
He flew on a
good.
broomstick
at
for
the
a bit,
end.
didn't he?
Was kind of be there.
Yeah. I mean, as Hermione says, there's more to just being clever than like books and cleverness. But really, it is the books and cleverness that got them through. So, and I would also argue that really the only one that was of any use was the Mirror of Erised.
True.
What's the point of all the other ones? It's like,
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be much of a story without all the challenges. So
I just don't. They could have protected the stone better. I mean, they're putting it in a school to start with. I mean, Dumbledore is a very irresponsible headmaster. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Right. Okay. So, at the end of the Philosopher's Stone round, the scores are Dragon and Kit have 12 and Lorraine has 13. Simply because of the advantage of going first on the bonus round, which I probably should have thought about.
I'm not going to complain.
I said it was an unreasonable quiz, so. Okay. So we're on Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets now. Okay. Question 1, which is for Dragon and Kit. Who built the Chamber of Secrets?
I know the answer. You, Dragon?
Go for it.
Salazar Slytherin.
That is correct. That's 1 point. Okay, Lorraine for 1 point. Question 2. How do Ron and Harry get to Hogwarts for their second year?
The flying. I think it was a Ford Anglia.
Yes, the flying Ford Anglia. Very good. 1 point. Okay, Dragon and Kit for 2 points. What is the name of the magic course that Filch tried to take? And what term is used to describe Filch's lack of magical ability?
I can't remember the name of the course, just that it was like a sort of home correspondence course. But is it a squib for ability?
Okay, so you're going for squib for the second part. It's 1 point for each part. So if you're not sure on the first part, Lorraine
Or dragon?
or Dragon, if Dragon knows the answer.
I don't.
Lorraine, you can steal one of the points if you know the name of the course.
Whip spell?
Quick spell. Okay.
Yep.
The answer is
Well done,
quick
Lorraine.
spell and squib. So you both get 1 point
Well done,
on
Lorraine.
that question.
I've
Okay.
recently read the second book, so hopefully
Yeah.
that might help me.
To be honest, I don't think there's ever been a time in my life where I've not been able to say I've recently read the books.
That's real. I'm rereading them, so the second one is the most recent one in my mind.
I reread the 7 in August, so fairly recent. Okay, right. Lorraine, your question for 2 points. Where does Ginny Weasley receive Tom Riddle's diary, and who gives it to her?
I think it's in the girls' bathroom. And Moaning Myrtle might have had something to do with it.
Okay. Kit or Dragon?
Or no.
If you can change your answer, they've not given an answer yet.
I think it was Lucius Malfoy. Might have had something to do with it, but now I'm doubting myself. Yeah, I think it might have been Lucius. And it's in her cauldron, it's not the bathroom, that's the... Yeah. Can I change the answer?
You can, yeah.
I'm going with Lucius Malfoy, who plants it in her cauldron at the start when they're in the bookstore.
Okay. Do you know the name of the bookstore?
No. Somewhere, probably, but not right now, no.
Okay. Kit or Dragon?
Flourish and Buds?
That's it.
Okay. Okay, the answer is Flourish and Blots and Lucius Malfoy. So you both get 1 point. Lorraine gets it for Lucius Malfoy, and Dragon and Kit get it for Flourish and Blots. Okay, so Dragon and Kit, this is your question for 3 points. In addition to a bit of the person you wish to transform into, name 3 other ingredients required for Polyjuice Potion. It's a point per ingredient.
Oh, that's evil.
Odd. Even I can only think of one off the top of my head.
I can tell you there's more than 3, so I'm being kind. You don't need to get all of them.
I'm gonna try. Something about a snake. Boomslang skin.
Okay, that's one of your ingredients.
Yeah.
Got two more.
Lace wing.
Okay.
Dragon.
I remember there were leeches. Because I was like in 7th grade and I was like, eh. So leeches.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Lorraine, do you agree with the 3 choices of boomslang, lacewing, and leeches?
Yeah, boomslang, skin, and lacewing flies. If that helps too.
Okay, so let's have a look at the ingredients. Actually, Andy, can you think of any more?
No. They were
Okay.
I remember I had to add the lacewing flies for a month.
Yes. Right, so let's have a look. The ingredients were lacewing flies, leeches, powdered bicorn horn, knotgrass, fluxweed picked at full moon, and shredded boomslang skin. So, yeah, you got 3. I'm extremely impressed at that.
Yay.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know where I got
Okay.
that from.
You're not Googling, right?
I did recently watch the movie, but I remember Snape getting upset about boomslang skin. Was it in the 4th movie that he thought Harry Potter had stolen it, and of course it wasn't?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the case. Okay, so Lorraine, your question for 3 points. Name 3 books authored by Gilderoy Lockhart which featured on the 2nd year book list.
Oh god.
Okay.
I can remember one of them.
There was something to do with werewolves. Wanderings with werewolves?
Okay.
There was a vampire one. The Guide to Household Pests.
Okay.
And Magical Me.
Okay. Dragon and Kit.
Yeah.
If you disagree, there was Wandering with Werewolves, Magical Me, and Guide to Magical Household Pets.
No, that sounds about right to me.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
There's half had. There's Voyages with Vampires.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There's Gadding with Ghouls.
Yeah. So these are the books: Break for Banshee, Gadding with Ghouls, Holidays of Hags, Travels with Trolls, Voyages with Vampires, Wanderings with Werewolves, which you got, so that's 1 point, and Year with the Yeti. The other 2 books you named were
They're
by...
not on the, yeah, they're not on the 2nd year reading list.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Magical Me he was giving away signed copies of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Molly Weasley was checking his household pests one to see how to dename the garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another book that he wrote after the events of the 2nd book is Who Am I? He wrote that whilst at Mundungus. Not Mundungus, at what's the name of the hospital?
St Mungo's.
St Mungo's, yeah. St Mungo's. Okay, so that's 1 point. So that means Dragon and Kit are now in the lead again. Dragon and Kit have 13 points. Lorraine has 12. Okay. So, time for the next bonus round. Harry Potter and his petrified friends. Okay. Who gets petrified in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? And how did they see the basilisk?
God.
Okay. So again, we have 6 victims and 6 methods of getting the basilisk to stare at you. Lorraine, as you are on the lowest number of points, you may start. Who was the first victim?
That's a good question.
I thought there were 7.
Don't add any more.
If you want, you can, Andy. You can look it up if you want, and tell me if I'm right or not.
Who was first? Was Colin first?
I will additionally specify that I am including the non-human victims.
Okay, so that means, well, does Mrs. Norris count as a friend of Harry's?
That was just the name of the round. It doesn't have to be a friend.
Right, so Mrs. Norris.
Okay.
And
That's 1 point.
Reflection in water. Or did bathroom?
Puddle of water reflection. Yep.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Kit and Dragon. Who was the second victim? I've got to remember the order of them so I don't reveal.
I don't know the order exactly. I knew Mrs. Norris, but Dragon, do you know the order?
No, I don't know the order.
If you don't know who's next, you can pass.
No. I'll give it a try.
Yeah, we can guess.
Sir Nicholas,
Okay.
the ghost.
Right.
Just guessing, and because he's a ghost, he can't die again. So, you know, he might have stared at the basilisk, but yeah, he's dead.
Right.
Still don't know how a ghost can get petrified in the first place.
Okay, so I can tell you that Nearly Headless Nick wasn't the next victim, but he is a victim. Okay. And your method was that he's already dead, so he can't die again.
Yep.
He's a ghost, so he can't die again. Very good. I'm going to say... Okay, I'll let Andy come in to moderate on this as a moderator. Should they get 2 points? How strict do you want to be on getting in the right order?
It depends. Kit, how quickly can you send £5,000 to my house?
5,000 gift points, maybe, but not £5,000.
We'll let them have the 2 points, Matt.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe if there's any more bonus rounds, we'll be a bit stricter next time.
Okay. Right. Lorraine, you're next.
The second one was Colin Creevy. And he
Correct.
switched through his camera.
Correct. Dragon and Kit.
Dragon?
Okay. Someone saw it through Nick, the ghost.
Yeah, we had that one.
That's the method. They saw it through the ghost.
Okay. That is correct for the method. Who was the victim?
Some guy named, what was it? Justin Finch or something like that. Lee?
That is correct.
Wow. I couldn't remember that name at all.
Okay. Lorraine?
Next was Hermione with her little. What's the word for it? Mirror. That's the word.
Okay. Through mirror, correct. Okay, so Dragon and Kit. You have the last one.
Was it Penelope Clearwater?
Correct.
I can't remember the method though. She was there.
I think she also had a mirror. Didn't she?
Well, she was there with Hermione, wasn't she? So they might have been together, but it's not
Yeah,
really
so
known.
maybe they saw. Yeah, maybe they saw it together in the mirror. I think there were 2 mirrors or something like that. Yeah,
You saying
through the
through mirror?
mirror.
Alright, nah, I think it was just okay.
Oh, so yeah. Well, that's correct.
Yeah, well then. Just trying to work it out now.
That worked.
Okay, so at the end of the Chamber of Secrets rounds, that is 24 points to Dragon and Kit and 23 points to Lorraine. Okay, so Andy, you were saying that you thought there might have been 7 victims.
Yes, because I wasn't sure how you were ordering this, because I didn't know if you were going to include Moaning Myrtle.
True. She was the very first victim.
The question was who gets petrified in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So,
True.
yeah.
True, her story still comes out in terms of so it's kind of depending sort of how you were thinking with it. That's all.
Yeah. If one of them had answered that, I would have given them a point for that. Okay. Right. So before we move on, let's see if anyone's watching. 6 viewers.
We haven't bored them yet. That's good.
We've not. That's good. Watching. 6 viewers. 6 viewers. Oh, we've had someone. Andrew Lockwood has been commenting. Okay. Anyone putting anything in the forum?
Leia says, "Hi everyone, good luck. I'm impressed with your HP fortitude."
Yeah. So Robert Baker says, so putting a single 18-year-old contestant against a tag team of one university undergraduate and a postgraduate is completely it's completely fair.
I bet she will still win at the end, though.
I mean, it's
You're doing pretty well.
there's 1 point in it. So
Yeah, but once we get to the later books, it's been ages since I read that.
Then you'll be pleased to know that not all of my questions are about the book.
yes, Andy wrote the questions for book 5, 6, and 7, and has included stuff about the films. So.
It's been ages since I watched those as well.
Ah.
That's where it will all go downhill.
Yeah.
Hopefully Dragon's seen him recently.
No. I watched them all at once after I read the books.
Okay.
This will be interesting.
So, let's continue with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay. We'll have Lorraine go first this time, because Dragon and Kitty were going first before. Okay. Lorraine, for 1 question, for 1 point, your question is, what relation is Sirius Black to Harry Potter?
That would be Godfather.
And that would be correct. Godfather. Okay. Dragon and Kit, for 1 point, your question is, who teaches divination?
Is it Trelawney? Professor Trelawney?
That is correct. Professor Trelawney, or specifically Professor Sybil Trelawney. Okay, Lorraine, for 2 points. Who saves Harry and Sirius from the Dementor's kiss, and how?
Harry saves himself with a Patronus charm.
Specifically, what is the spell?
Expecto Patronum.
Okay. And how did Harry get to a position to save himself?
With messing with time. With
Okay,
a time
yeah.
turner.
Correct. Harry Potter travels to the past to cast Expecto Patronum. Okay. So that's 1, 2 points. Okay. Dragon and Kit, for 2 points, your question is, what phrase is used to reveal the Marauder's map, and what phrase is used to make it disappear? 1 point for each phrase.
The last one comes to my mind first. That's mischief managed.
Okay.
Dragon, do you know the first one?
Anyone got an answer?
I can't remember. Do you want to start at just the final one?
Okay. Lorraine, do you want to
I
steal the
do
point?
solemnly swear I am up to no good.
That is correct. Yeah, it should be. I do solemnly swear I am up to no good, and mischief managed, which means you both get a point. Okay, so Lorraine, for 3 points, your question is: who replaces the fat lady as the Gryffindor Tower door guard?
Was it Sir Cadogan?
And what was the reason for it?
She got scared off by Sirius Black in his wolf dog form.
Okay. Correct. Yes, it was Cadogan, and the fat lady was scared by Sirius Black.
I remember the painting, but I would never have remembered the name. It's really good.
I think the book helped me a lot there more than the movie would have. Was it even mentioned in the movie that she was replaced?
Yes,
I think so, yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Dragon and Kit, your question for 3 points. What were the boggarts for Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, and Dean Thomas? 1 point for each boggart. Boggart.
I have no idea. I remember Neville's. that was Snape, but you didn't ask that one.
Nah.
And I remember Lupin's. That was the moon.
Yes.
One of them was a clown, wasn't it? I can't remember whose. Nope, sorry.
Okay, can you get any of them?
No, I just remember a clown. Spider. Ron Weasley was spiders.
Okay. So, Lorraine, you have the potential to steal the points that Kit and Dragon don't get here. Do you know what the boggarts
Dean Thomas
are?
was a hand. Dean Thomas was a hand.
Okay, okay. So that just leaves Hermione.
Hermione, you'd think that would be exam failure or getting expelled.
Yeah,
but
that sounds like it would be.
but you can't really turn that into a boggart, can you?
Okay, so what are you saying? The answers are? For Ron Weasley, you're saying?
Spiders.
Hermione Granger, you're saying?
Hermione is the exam failure.
But how would it turn into a boggart?
I don't know.
I need, okay. And Dean Thomas, you're saying is a seven
hand. Yeah.
Okay. Lorraine, you can elaborate or correct on any of those to steal point.
I think Hermione's was McGonagall like handing her a failure, like a piece of paper with an F on it or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dean Thomas is the hand, and Ron's obviously spiders.
Okay. If you can give me the specific term to describe Ron Weasley's spider boggart, what kind of spider is it? You can steal the point.
Would it be an acromantula?
Okay. Ron Weasley is an acromantula. Hermione Granger is Professor McGonagall telling her she had failed, and Dean Thomas is a severed hand walking on its own. So I'm going to give Dragon and Kit the point for Dean Thomas, and I'm going to say half a point for the spider, and Lorraine will get the other half the point for the acromantula. And Lorraine also gets the full point for Professor McGonagall turning that she had failed. Right. So that's fine. Cool. Okay. Oh, I'm +1 there. Right. Okay, it's bonus round now. Harry Potter and giving time travel to kids is the name of this bonus round. As is the thing with the unreasonable quiz, it's a hard bonus round. Okay. Which classes does Hermione? I'll spell Hermione wrong. Which classes does Hermione take in addition to those she studied in second year?
Is that for us?
So this question is going to. Just one moment, let me just work out who I'm going to give it to start with. Okay. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes. Dragon and Kit are on the lowest number of points, so Dragon and Kit get to answer with their first class.
Divination, at least for a while.
Okay, so divination is correct. Okay, Lorraine?
Ancient runes.
Ancient runes is correct. Dragon and Kit.
Muggle studies.
Muggle studies is correct. Lorraine?
It begins with A. Arithmancy. It sounds a bit like arithmetic, but
Arithmancy, okay.
arithmancy or something. Yes.
That is correct. Okay, and Dragon and Kit, what is the final additional class that Hermione takes compared to their second year?
I think astronomy, possibly. What do you think, Dragon?
I don't know. Magical creatures? Care of magical creatures?
Which one are you going for?
I'll go with Dragon Sunset.
Okay. That's correct. Care for magical creatures. Okay, so I can tell you that Dragon and Kit are on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 31 and a half. And Lorraine is on 33 and a half points at the end of this round. Okay.
Well done. See, Bob?
Okay. So we are 3 books in. It's pretty close scoring wise. How are you all feeling?
None of us are giving an answer.
There's no points for telling me how you.
This is hard.
It is very hard.
Out of all the books, I've never really been a massive fan of the fourth one.
Oh, so you're gonna hate the next
So-
round then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kit and Dragon might pull something bad here.
Okay. Right. Okay, so let's head back to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Okay. Lorraine, we'll start with you again this round, seeing as you love the book so much. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. It's a 1 pointer to start with, a nice and easy start. What competition takes place during the 94-95 school year?
The Triwizard Tournament.
That is correct. Okay. Dragon and Kit. Question 2. Who is the seeker for the Bulgarian Quidditch team?
Victor Crumb.
That is correct. Okay, Lorraine, for 2 points. What are the 3 tasks? It's 0.6 of a point for each. A third of a point for each of them, or 2/3 of a point for each of them. What are the 3 tasks?
You've got the dragons with the egg. Then the underwater one. And then the maze.
Okay. Specifically, what did they have to do for the underwater one?
They had to save what they cared about most or something.
Okay. Right. Yes. Golden egg from dragons, friend underwater, and maze. That's 2 points. Okay. Dragon and Kit for 2 points. Your question is, who is Fleur's hostage and who saves her? This is for the
Isn't it her
second
sister?
task, the underwater task.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's her
Harry
Yeah.
sister.
and it was the sister. Yeah, it was her sister, and Harry saves her.
I need a name.
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle, and you're saying Harry saves her?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. 2 points.
Yay.
Because Harry has a hero complex. So. Okay, so for Lorraine, 3 points. Your question is, what are the names of the 2 other competing schools and their heads?
Belgium and French, if that helps, I think. What is it called? The head of one of them's a Death Eater or an ex-Death Eater. I can give you lots of information that doesn't include the answer.
These are all very, very fun facts, but not necessary.
Yeah. Beauxbaton's Academy. That's one of them.
Okay, and the head of Beauxbaton?
She's really tall.
Yeah.
Madam something. Madam something. The other school is Durmstrang.
Okay, and the head?
I'm not sure I can remember the heads. Madam something. No, I can't remember.
It's 3/4 of a point for each piece of information you give me.
Madam.
So you're saying Beauxbaton and
Madam something.
Durmstrang and
Maxime. Madam Maxime.
okay. Okay.
I don't think I'm going to remember the Durmstrang one. I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name.
Okay, Dragon and Kit, you have the opportunity to steal 0.75 of a point if you can tell me.
Is it Karkaroff?
Yeah.
Karkaroff.
Yeah, Eager. Karkaroff.
Institute is Igor Karkaroff, and the Beaubaton Academy of Magic is Olymp Maxime. So, how am I going to do it? I'm using a tally system, and I've got 0.75. Okay, right. That's 1.5 plus 0.25. Okay, and Dragon Kit got 1.25. Okay, cool. Okay, so Dragon and Kit, this is your question for 3 points.
Oh dear.
In which order did the contestants enter the maze?
I think it was Crumb, Harry, Cedric, and then Fleur. What do you think, Dragon?
That sounds right.
Okay. Lorraine?
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to go with that because I can't remember.
Okay. I can tell you that that is incorrect. Harry and Cedric go in first because they are joint first at that point. Then it is Victor Crumb, and then it is Fleur. So I'm going to give you 0.75 of a point for getting Fleur correctly as the last person to go in.
Just simply round off the score.
That is actually round off the score, which is partly why I gave it. Okay, so at the end of that, Dragon and Kit are on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 36 points. Lorraine is on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 38, 38.25 points. So Lorraine is in the lead. And the bonus round is Harry Potter and the Point I Ran Out of Time, which is why we don't have... So I can tell you what the bonus round is, but I just don't have it written up on the screen. In fact, I can write it up on the screen. The bonus round is the contestants for Harry Potter, Cedric, Gregory, Victor Crumb, and Fleur. And my question is, what dragons did they face? And who did they take to the Yule Ball?
Ugh.
Who's going first?
Dragon and Kit. I would like Harry Potter's dragon first, please.
Wasn't it something from like Hungary or something? Just know it's like Eastern European.
Horntail? Or was the Ridgeback out there?
Yeah, that sounds right. Hungarian horntail for Harry Potter.
I'm just getting the answers up. Okay. So you're saying Harry went against which dragon? The Hungarian
Hungarian
hornback.
horntail.
Yes, the Hungarian horntail. So that is 1 point to Dragon and Kit. Okay. Lorraine, who did Cedric? Which dragon did Cedric go against?
The Swedish something snout. Short snout?
Correct, the Swedish short snout. Okay. Dragon and Kit. Which dragon did Victor Crumb face?
I have no idea.
Chinese fireball, wasn't it?
It was a Chinese fireball.
Wow, well done.
Okay. And Lorraine, which did Fleur de la Cour face?
The Welsh green.
Yes, the common Welsh green. Okay. And the second part of the question was, who did they each take to the Yule Ball? Okay, so Dragon and Kit, who did Harry take?
Was it
Keep
Parvati Patel?
Who was that, sorry?
Was it Parvati Patel?
I can tell you, yes, it was Parvati Patel. And Ron went with Parvati's twin sister.
I knew it was one of the twins, but I couldn't have told you which one.
Yes. Lorraine, who did Cedric take?
Cho Chang.
Correct. Dragon and Kit, who did Victor take?
Hermione Granger.
Hermione.
Correct.
It's flirting.
And Lorraine, who did Fleur take? This is definitely the hardest one.
She just random person.
That's not what it says here.
I don't even know what school he might have been from, so I'll have to pass.
Okay, Dragon
I
and
don't know
Kit.
either. I was somehow I thought Dean
Roger
Thomas, but
Davies?
Correct. Roger. Can I don't want to sound accusational here.
Yes. Can we look at something other than the puppy in the coffee cup, please?
Can I confirm that you aren't Googling these answers?
well,
We
no,
watched it
I didn't
together
know.
yesterday. We watched the movie yesterday together. So I'm just using what I remember from that.
Okay. Yes, he was the Ravenclaw Quidditch captain.
Never
There you
heard
go
of
then.
him. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Even if you did watch it yesterday, it's quite impressive that you remembered. Okay. So now it's at this point where I hand over the reins of the quiz to Andy.
Okay, so we move on to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Unfortunately, my questions aren't up on the nice fancy screen because Matt ran out of time.
Yes.
If we start with Lorraine, your question is, during his detention with Dolores Umbridge, what did the quill carve into the back of Harry's hand?
I must not tell lies.
Dragon and Kit? Do you think that's right? Or
That's right.
yep, that is correct. The question for Dragon and Kit, Although it's not seen in the film, who replaces Professor Trelawney as divination teacher after Umbridge fired her?
It's the centaur. Is it Ferenz?
Lorraine, do you think that's right? Yeah, it was Forenza Centaur.
Very good.
Moving on to medium questions. Question for 2 points. Okay, so Lorraine, which character appeared in the film only because J.K. Rowling specifically requested to include them after their scenes were originally cut?
It's a mean question.
Their scenes were originally cut. Heard of something, but I'm not sure who it might have been. Who might have had their scenes cut? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Repeat the question.
So, which character appeared in the film only because J.K. Rowling specifically requested to include them after their scenes were originally cut?
Is anyone getting the question?
No, I've got no idea.
No.
Okay, I'll give have a think about the book. Have a think about something that's perhaps important. There's sort of things of who could have had their scenes cut out of the book without it impacting on the storyline that much.
Possibly Cho Chang. Imagine her not being that important.
I'm sure she'd love to hear you say that.
Kit and Dragon, anything?
No, I don't think it's Cho because Harry and Cho had their first kiss, didn't they? And
Yeah.
even
They're
though
not
her
very romantic.
storyline was changed in the movie because she didn't tell on the people. So I don't know why that was changed. They sort of accused her in the movie. But no, I've got no idea.
It was actually Creature, the house elf,
Okay.
from Order of the Phoenix headquarters.
He's so important later on that you can cut Creature.
Yes.
No.
Kit and Dragon. Hermione spent a great deal of time in the book SPEW, who failed to make it into the film. What does SPEW stand for?
I know what it is. It's a house elf protection thing. So, of the Society for the. I guess
Promotion.
W
Promotion
would
or
be
protection?
elf.
I think it's probably
Welfare?
elf. Yeah, so probably something like elfish welfare. P, promotion, protection. What other P words would it be?
Okay, so we're saying
Promotion.
something. Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's just go with promotion.
okay.
Society for Promotion of Elfish Welfare.
Lorraine, what do you think? Is it right? think it's something
Yeah.
different?
I think it's right.
Yeah, it is the Society for the Promotion of Elvis Welfare. Now on to the hard questions. So, Lorraine, it's your question. And it's on the night that Harry is rescued from Privet Drive by the Order. How does the Order get Vernon, Petunia, and Dudley out of the house? Now, in the film, we only see them leaving the house. We don't actually find out how the Order's managed to achieve it.
It was some people turned up, but I don't remember who. Was that the fifth? Or was that the last? All the books are just merging into one in my head now.
I know that feeling.
I think that was the last one that I'm thinking of. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't remember.
Kitten Dragon?
Isn't it by car?
Darcy Pacific.
I seem to think it's by car.
Yeah, but how? Well, we actually see them leaving in their car in the film, but how does the Order actually get them out of the house? To get them to actually go out?
Did they win something? Did they pretend that they won something?
They had all the goodbyes, didn't they? I mean, they were sort of threatened, and Dudley sort of didn't want to leave Harry. He actually turned out okay in the end after all that, and was the only one who cared a bit. I think they sort of had to threaten them because they didn't want to leave the house.
Lorraine,
Like
did
with
you-
Voldemort and all that was
I thought that was
horrible
the
things to
last.
them.
That was the last time they left, not in Order of the Phoenix.
See, all the books are merging for me as well.
The answer is they were told they'd won the All England Best Kept Suburban Lawn competition. And Kitten Dragon, your one. Filming for Order of the Phoenix was suspended for 2 months. Why?
I didn't know that filming for the Order of the Phoenix was suspended for 2 months.
Neither did I.
Yeah,
So,
filming was suspended for 2 months. What reason?
I don't know, so I didn't even know that it was.
Weather? I don't know. Ran out weather, or they ran out of money. I don't know.
Kit Dragon, so is that what you're going to go
No,
with?
I've got no idea.
Neither do I. I was making random guesses. So either the weather or they ran out of money.
I mean, they were in the UK, weren't they? So the weather's always a good excuse for anything.
Yeah.
Okay, Lorraine?
Why would filming be suspended?
I don't know, that's the question.
wasn't the writer's strike, was it? I don't even know when that was.
Think about the ages of the actors. Think about what might have been
Some form of exam.
then maybe it was
What year was this?
Hmm?
GCSE exams?
Order of the Phoenix.
Did someone get sick? If it's the actor, did they get sick?
So Kitten Dragon, so you're gonna which answer are you gonna go with?
I think Lorraine is probably right there. What would there be had them having to sit exams?
Okay.
Well, it is the actor.
There's a more specific answer that's available for the full 3 points.
A-levels?
Did someone? I'm gonna say someone got sick.
At that age,
I'm gonna
going
guess
to
someone got
GCSE.
They got pneumonia. They got pneumonia, and therefore they couldn't film.
I think between both teams, will go 1.5 points to each side.
What was the answer?
Yeah. Yeah, so the answer is Daniel Radcliffe had to sit his AS levels and Emma Watson had to sit her GCSEs.
Okay. She went to Oxford later, didn't she? Emma Watson.
Yeah, and then so did in America as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of the Order of the Phoenix?
The end of the Order of the Phoenix, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. I have, whilst you've been answering those questions, I have prepared the next 2 rounds. They are now on the PowerPoint. And I have also produced a bonus round for you all. Okay. Get ready for this epic bonus round.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Harry Potter and the length of books. Okay. So, 7 books in the Harry Potter series. Each of them has, as you would expect, a number of words in them. We're going to guess how many words were in each book. Whoever is closest gets the point. Okay.
That's evil.
That is very evil.
There is 0.25 points. That's the difference between you guys at the moment. 0.25. Dragon and Kit therefore get to go. Well, actually, you're both going first, aren't you? So, Dragon and Kit, how long do you think the Philosopher's Stone was in words?
It's not a very big book, is it?
No, it's the shortest.
Well, for Nano is 50,000, so it's probably somewhere over 50,000 to start with.
No, 126,000. What do you
Okay,
think?
is that your... Is that your answer then? 126,000?
And 42.
And 42. Okay. Lorraine, what are you guessing? So it's higher or
First
lower?
book.
Yeah. First book.
I'm going 90,000.
Okay. 90k.
I think it was about 68.
Andy's guess is 68. Okay. 76,944. So Andy was closest, but the point goes to Lorraine. Okay, so Chamber of
Seems so
Secrets.
short.
Chamber of Secrets.
That one was slightly
Lorraine,
longer.
you get to guess first.
Yeah, it wasn't much longer, was it? It's quite a thin book
Mhm.
as well.
Lorraine, I'm going to let you guess first this time. I'm going to alternate.
Slightly longer. I'm gonna do 90,000 again.
Okay. Dragon and Kit.
No.
88,000.
Okay.
8 is a good
88.
number.
Okay. 85,000. You were very close. Dragon and Kit.
Ah,
Okay. Right, Dragon and Kit, you're guessing first on Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Just probably the third longest book. I mean, it isn't massive either, is it? What do you think? 96?
100?
Well, no, 1,000. It isn't that big, is it? I don't know. Okay,
Well,
split the
I
difference.
think it's
98?
98K, okay. Lorraine, how long are you saying?
100. 100,000.
Yep. Okay. 107,253 words, so Lorraine gets that point. Okay. Lorraine, you're guessing first for Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire got a lot bigger than the others. $195,000.
195. Okay. Dragon and Kit.
172, maybe?
Is that your answer?
Dragon?
190? 190.
Okay.
Just because she said 195.
Much lower.
What are you saying, Andy?
I think it was much lower. I think it was 125, 130.
130. Okay. 190 and 637. So Dragon and Kit.
Was that?
Okay. Who's guessing first this time? Dragon and Kit on Order of the Phoenix.
That was a long one.
198?
Okay.
What you think?
What was it?
198?
Probably longer. It was a lot longer than the other ones. Wasn't it?
Can't remember.
I just remember one was like substantially larger than the others. And I think it was this one.
Okay, so how much do you think? 225 or
Like-
something?
Like 230? 240?
230. Okay. Lorraine?
230, 240.
250.
250. Wow. Okay. Andy, what do you think?
Well, since that was one of the questions that I emailed you earlier, I could tell you the
Oh, was it? Shoot. Okay. Right.
It's 257,045 words.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 254045. So yeah. Lorraine was closer then. Yes, I did think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, Andy. Okay. Lorraine's guessing first for book 6. Half-Blood Prince.
One
word.
Yes, one word.
One word. Yeah.
175?
Okay. 175.
Yes.
Okay. Dragon and Kit.
180?
165?
What are you going with?
I'll go with dragons.
Okay. 165.
You seem to be better at guessing this than I am.
168, 923. So, yeah, Dragon and Kit.
See?
Okay, Dragon and Kit, you're guessing first for book 7.
That one was a longer one too.
Yeah, it is.
200?
225?
Okay.
200.
I'll go with dragons again.
Lorraine.
I know this one because it came up on a quiz I did not that long ago.
Yeah.
So it's 198,200 and something.
Okay. Yeah, 198,227. So, Lorraine, that's your point. Okay. Very good. So, at the end of these rounds, Dragon and Kit are on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46.5. And Lorraine is on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 47.75. So there's not much in it. And Andy is on 1.
Go, Andy!
Ooh. Okay. Right, so Andy, I've got your questions on the PowerPoint now. That's not right. My bad. Wait a moment. Where's the questions vanished?
Can I just take a quick break? My cat wants food.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Right, I do have it. It's here. Okay. Okay, so whilst we're on a quick break, let's have a look at what people are saying. Robert Baker says, well, Kitty, it suggests that modern degrees aren't such benchmarks for learning and knowledge as they once were. Smiley face. J.S. McBride says, Ruffle. I asked the hubs to leave me while I was writing. He comes in. I'm watching the Harry Potter quiz. He says, what? I thought you were writing me. Never question my process. Sideways laugh. We currently have 4 viewers, which is exciting. Let's have a look and see how many gift points we are currently on. Okay, so far we have had 200,002 GP's gift points donated. So that's 200,000 gift points to distribute between the groups that you choose to represent. Lorraine, do you know what group you would like your share of gift points to go to?
I haven't really thought that far ahead.
No, to be fair, you weren't aware that that was the case because you are I hadn't sent that email to you because you're a last minute addition.
Kind of a last minute thing. Yeah.
Andy, we've so far raised 200,002 gift points, distributed evenly between the groups we all represent. So, Andy, do you know what group you're representing?
Go with PDG.
Okay. Kit, do you know which group you're wanting to represent?
Quill Awards, please.
Quills. Have any of you been nominated for a quill yet this year? Or for the next?
I think we all have.
For the next group?
Yep.
Possibly, yeah. I think we all have been nominated. Yeah. So, yeah, a veritable who's who of writing.com live right here. So, yeah, our 4 viewers are honoured to watch us.
We're losing them.
Okay. Okay. Okay, when Dragon gets back, we will start on the Half-Blood Prince round.
I'm back.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I read that one. Or watched that one.
Yes.
And Andy's questions are devious.
They are.
And they probably only get more devious.
Yes.
This is not
So far,
reassuring.
whose questions do you prefer?
That doesn't.
Okay. Right, so Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Andy, are you ready to read your questions? I believe these are the ones that you're wanting to ask. Okay.
So question 1 for Kit and Dragon. In the book, it was the Brockdale Bridge that was destroyed by Death Eaters. But what bridge was destroyed in the film?
Oh gosh. London Bridge? Dragon?
What was the question?
So in the book, it was the Brockdale Bridge that was destroyed by Death Eaters. But what bridge was destroyed in the film?
I don't know much about English bridges.
That's fair. She's the only non-English person here, I think.
Yes. I'm the only non-British person on here.
I don't know either.
Well, so
My sister would probably know. She likes bridges. I don't know.
So, any answer? You want to pick a bridge, any bridge?
I'm not technically British either.
That's no excuse for not sticking to it.
And I'm a northerner, so...
You've seen the films.
Yeah, but...
Wait. I think my sister mentioned something about bridges and like, Harry Potter or something.
Yeah.
She talks a lot, so it's hard to distinguish what usually you're listening to. Bridge, I think.
Which one, Dragon? Sorry, you cut out there.
Millennium, I think. I remember something about a Millennium Bridge.
I
Lorraine?
didn't even know we had a Millennium Bridge.
Lorraine, anything different to that? Do you think that's right?
Yeah, I think it's Millennium Bridge.
Yeah, it was the Millennium Bridge.
I knew we had a Millennium Dome,
Oh, yay.
right? But that's as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
The bridge was the thing that we all spent 6 months laughing at because it kept on swaying.
yep.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
another brilliant
I do remember
dragon
something
answer
like
there.
that. Dragon knows the obscure things.
It's she
You
she
can
knows
thank
them in
my sister for that
approximately the
one.
yeah. I mean
My sister for that one.
your timing on getting these questions right is I mean, again, not being accusational, but approximately the length of time it takes to Google. But no, okay. Your sister. Okay. Next question.
Okay, question for Lorraine. Who is the Half-Blood Prince?
Now I know that one.
Yeah. That's not like a 3-point answer. Like, great.
Severus Snape.
Kitten Dragon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite glad I got that question.
So,
I don't blame you.
so, the book won Quills, the now defunct US Literature Award, the Best Book of the Year, and Best Children's Book in which year?
Quills.
Yeah. Dragon and Kit.
2005? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I seem to. I don't know. Dragon?
When was it published? When was it published? We can probably
Well,
guess based on that.
That'll then kind of give you the answer.
We can probably guess based on when it was published.
$2008? I don't know when it was published even. So
What was the first one you said? 2005?
yeah.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Okay.
Lorraine, do you want to make any advances on 2005?
I think it might have been published in 2005, but would have got the award in 2006.
The actual answer, that was 2005.
Yay!
2 points to Dragon and Kit.
Wow. I'm glad I didn't move to 2008 then.
Yeah.
Dragon and Kit. What was the name of the potion that Harry won in class with his newfound skills at the subject?
This is for Lorraine, right?
Lorraine?
Is it Lorraine or who started?
Lorraine started. If this is question 4, it should be Kit and Dragon to answer first.
Okay.
I know the nickname was Liquid Luck.
No, Lorraine answered second. I think.
To
God.
be honest, I've completely lost track of where.
Yeah, it's the second question. The first question was Millennium Bridge, which was Dragon and Kit. Then it was Lorraine, Half-Blood Prince was Snape. Then the Quills to Dragon and Kit.
Get to the right.
And then
To the right.
and so yes, this is Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Yes.
This is Lorraine. Yeah.
Well, I hadn't answered it yet anyway, so.
Yeah.
Question. Okay. Felix Felicis. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but.
Kit and Dragon?
No, I agree with that.
No. Yeah. Matt, want to do it? Yeah. Was Felix Felicis.
Or Liquid Luck. Yeah. Okay. So this is Dragon and Kit.
Dragon and Kit's question. Amotentia, the love potion, smells different to each person. In the film, Hermione smells spearmint toothpaste, freshly cut grass, and fresh parchment. In the book, she says that she smells freshly cut grass and parchment, but instead of saying that she also smells spearmint toothpaste, at the bottom of the question's cut off on my screen, Matt.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
The last words are what happens.
Yeah.
Instead of saying she also smells spearmint toothpaste, what happens?
Well, she gets embarrassed and doesn't continue.
Lorraine, do you think that's right? Do you think there's anything?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And yeah, Matt, what to do the reveal?
She blushes.
Yeah, she blushes and she stops talking.
That's 3 points, right? 1,
Yep.
2, 3. Okay, so Lorraine.
The evil question for Lorraine. Well, not so evil. Who replaced Cornelius Fudge as the Minister for Magic in this book?
Who replaced Fudge? What's his face? Was it him?
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah. Was it Rufus Scribmore?
Thingy.
Yeah, Rufus Scribmore, Rufus. I'm not great with names.
I wouldn't know how to pronounce it either.
So what was it you said, Lorraine?
Rufus Scrimdor, something like that.
Kit and Dragon?
Yeah, it is something like Rufus Scrimgar. Scrimgar.
Yeah, Grimsdor. Grimsdor, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we really get a proper pronunciation of it. I think they pronounced it Scrimgeour in the film. But it's just been a very, very long time since I've seen the
like
film.
G-O-U-S or something? G-O-U-R?
You are, yeah.
Yeah. G-O-U-R, yeah.
Yep, so that's 3 points for Lorraine.
3 points. Okay, so at the end of that round, Dragon and Kit are on 52.5 points. Lorraine is on 53.75 points. So there's 1.25 points between you. This is all to play for. I mean, actually, I don't know what it is to play for because the donation points are being distributed evenly. So it's... actually, no, okay, I know what it's going to be for. You're all going to get writing.com live merit badges. You also always get the physical merit badge of those.
Oh, thank you.
The winner will also get a physical copy or a physical Harry Potter, one of the Harry Potter badges. Physical.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
So it's all to play for. Okay.
I've
Okay,
been
let's
trying
have a
to
quick.
collect those badges for ages, but Andy makes it difficult. I think I've got 2 so
I don't-
far.
I don't even have any of them.
I'm not
And I say
even
we're
sure
not
I
making
have
it
any.
particularly easy. Right. Okay, so before we go on to the Deathly Hallows questions, let's check in with everyone again. See if we've still got 4 viewers.
They're brave viewers.
Yeah.
Whoever you
iStar.
are, thank you.
iStar has commented saying, "Great listening as I am review raiding over here on the Bridge of Power magical wand."
Good luck.
Happy rating.
Okay. So for the bonus round, I'm going to call this round Harry Potter and real life. Andy has produced some real life questions about the books / films. Andy, do you have that list?
Yep.
Okay. We're just going to do quick fire, alternating between you. They're worth 1 point each.
Okay, so starting with Lorraine. Who is the eldest of Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, and Rupert Grint?
Emma Watson's the youngest, I think. That's not the question. Rupert Grint.
It is Rupert Grint, correct. For Dragon and Kit, out of Emma, Daniel, and Rupert, who is French by birth?
Oh, sorry, what?
Out of Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, and Rupert Grint, who is French by birth?
Watson.
It is Emma Watson.
Good.
Was born in Paris.
Oh, well done, Dragon.
Thank you.
Lorraine,
Right.
which child in the films was played by 36-year-old Shirley Henderson?
Moaning Myrtle.
Yes, it was Moaning Myrtle.
36.
Kit and Dragon, which was the fastest selling of the Harry Potter books in their first 24 hours?
I'm gonna go with the Half-Blood Prince. What do you think, Dragon?
Sure. Yeah, probably the last one. Is that the last one?
No, that's not the last one. It's the second to last one.
Oh. I would guess the last one. Because didn't it take like longer for that one to come out than the others?
Can't remember. I got them both on the first day of release, and I remember there being lots of news about, how the pre-orders went so well. And okay, we'll go with yours.
It was indeed the last book, The Deathly Hallows, which sold 8.3 million copies
Wow.
within the first 24 hours.
Wow.
Well done again, Dragon.
Lorraine, which book title was the hardest to translate into other languages?
I heard something about this, but which one was it? Surely the Americans had a problem with philosophers.
Yeah.
I heard that one was because no one knew what a philosopher was.
That's tragic.
Yeah, there was a suggestion
Yeah.
that
Studying
the
philosophy.
yeah, there's a suggestion that the Americans weren't educated enough on
Yeah.
English ancient history.
Hardest to translate. Half-Blood Prince.
No, it was actually Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The title used for most of the translations was Harry Potter and the Relics of Death.
Huh. I would have thought it's Azkaban because no one would know how to translate that.
That just call it Azkaban, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it's not translatable.
Dragon and Kit. Helen McCrory, who played Narcissa Malfoy, originally cast to play Bellatrix Lestrange. So how did Helena Bonham Carter end up with the role instead?
I don't know. I guess she's really known for her unusual, slightly nuts portrayals. I don't know how to put this delicately.
No, but already cast Helen McCrory already, but Helena Bonham Carter ended up with the role.
Is it a guess about who you know and therefore like family connections or friendships connections?
No. It was actually McCrory found out that she was pregnant, and so wouldn't have been able to cope with Bellatrix's strenuous action scene.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Lorraine. Edinburgh Pot Makers and the Life and Times of Clara Rose Lovett, an epic novel covering many generations, the code names used for which Harry Potter book in order to prevent the story from leaking ahead of publication?
I only heard half the question because of dragon something.
Edinburgh Pot Makers and the Life and Times of Clara Rose Lovett, an epic novel covering many generations, were code names used for which Harry Potter book in order to prevent the story from leaking ahead of publication?
Okay. Makes sense. But which book? Deathly Hallows?
It was the Deathly Hallows. Kit and Dragon. None of the main actors were allowed to play contact sports for the duration of filming the entire Harry Potter series. So what sport did the kids play?
No? Chess? What do you think, Dragon?
Is chess considered a sport? I don't know.
I think it is. Is it?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you, Dragon?
No.
It was actually golf.
Soccer? Oh.
Golf.
Golf.
Lorraine, in the Deathly Hallows film, why did Rupert Grint have to be banned from the set during filming of the Harry Hermione Horcrux kissing scene?
He kept laughing.
He did keep on he was laughing hysterically during the filming. And the last one, we've got Kit and Dragon. What was Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy, most looking forward to when filming the Deathly Hallows was over?
He's bleached his hair, hasn't he? So I would say returning to his natural hair color.
Dragon?
Playing a good guy? He was a really mean person.
Which answer are you going to go with?
I'm gonna say playing a good guy.
I still think I'm coloring his hair.
I mean, that's not a decision. Argue it out.
Okay.
Okay, can we toss a coin?
I have a
Roll
coin.
the
Do you want...
dice.
Okay. Right.
Heads.
So who's saying heads?
Okay.
Kit's saying heads.
Me.
Okay, tails.
Tails.
Okay, dragons it is.
We're going with Dragon's answer, are we?
Yeah, we are going with dragons.
Yes.
And Dragon is quite correct. With most of the people were saying less action,
Goodness,
less
Dan.
character.
Okay. Wow. That round has shaken the scores up quite dramatically.
Yeah, I think
Dragon
we're
and
even
Kit.
further in the lead now.
Dragon and Kit are
Yeah.
on 55.5, and Lorraine is on 57.75. So it's really just changed the difference by about 1. So not that dramatic at all, but it's still
Alright.
pretty tight. It is tight going into the Deathly Hallows round.
Yes.
So, are you ready to continue with the Deathly Hallows?
Why not?
So we go
Okay.
with. So this is Kit and Dragon.
Yep.
Yep. One that both Matt and I both got wrong.
Yes. Yes. And Andy sent this question over. I disagreed with him, and then it turns out we were both wrong.
Who is the first character to die in the book?
Oh dear. I was somehow still on the Half-Blood Prince, but so I have to shift to the Deathly Hallows now.
Deathly Hallows.
Hedwig?
Dragon, do you?
I think there was someone before Hedwig.
Who? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember who I don't think it was Hedwig.
I can't remember anyone before Hedwig. There probably is, but my mind's just stuck on the owl, which was very sad and totally unnecessary.
Yes, you shouldn't be killing owls.
Okay, so
Are you?
you so, go on, Matt.
I was just going to say. So you're, unless you can think of another one, you're going for Hedwig.
Guess so.
Okay. So
Yeah, let's just
Lorraine.
go with Hedwig.
Lorraine?
Okay, Lorraine. If you.
I think before the whole leaving Privet Drive thing, they have the meeting at Lapsy, no, not at Lapsy's, at the Malfoys. and the Muggle Studies teacher dies.
Oh, true.
Her name is something.
I feel like this is a very mean 1 point question.
Yeah.
It is.
Especially because Matt and I both got it wrong.
Well, it was
Burbage.
1 point when we thought it was. Oh, go on. Say that again.
Charity Burbage, the Muggle Studies teacher. If that's
Uh.
if it was the Muggle Studies teacher, then the name Charity Burbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a point each.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this question is for Dragon and Kit, I believe.
What wizard's children's book appears in the Deathly Hallows?
Isn't it Lorraine's?
Yes, it should
No.
be Lorraine.
Oh, no, this is Lorraine's. Yes. This is Lorraine's because Lorraine, they initially said Hedwig, so Lorraine said the Muggle
Yeah.
Studies teacher,
Yeah.
and then they said Charity. Okay, Lorraine.
Yeah.
This is your question. This is your time to shine, Lorraine.
Wizard's children's book. Is it the Deathly Hallows one? It's called The Tale of Three Brothers.
Okay.
Dragon and Kit.
Okay.
Is it The Tales of Beedle the Bard?
It is the Tales of Beedle the Bard.
Correct. Okay, so yeah. So this next one is 2 points for Dragon and Kit.
What 3 items comprise the Deathly Hallows?
It's the Cloak of Invisibility, the Elder Wand, and the Stone of Resurrection.
Lorraine? Do you think that's right?
Yeah.
And yeah. The Resurrection Stone, the Elder Wand, and the Invisibility Cloak.
Okay. So Lorraine for 2 points.
Points. Whose wedding is near the start of the book?
Fleur and a Weasley. Which Weasley? Bill. Bill Weasley?
Kit and Dragon?
Bill, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is Lorraine's correct.
Yeah. And Lorraine is correct. Yeah. Bill and Fleur Weasley.
1, 2 points. Okay.
Now, the Dragon and Kit. So, the Deathly Hallows book sparked a price war amongst sellers, with supermarkets announcing plans to sell the book for as little as £5, meaning that supermarkets would actually make a loss on book sales. A spokesman for the UK Booksellers Association slammed supermarkets by saying it is a war we can't even participate in. We think it's a crying shame that the supermarkets have decided to treat it as a loss leader like what?
What a question.
Okay. Oh, it's
I
up
can't
on the-
even see the last part.
No. I sort of need it on the screen to look at it. Really.
Yes.
We think it's a crying shame that the supermarkets have decided to treat it as a loss leader like what?
I'm just trying to think of other things that could be loss leaders now. I don't really know.
Can we make it like slightly smaller so we can actually see it, please?
Yep. Just one moment.
Weirdest random answer that came into my head was milk, but I don't think that would be correct.
I'm thinking beans. I'm thinking like canned beans or something because I just remember some. Yeah, neighbors. It's a long story, but
Neighbors?
yeah, neighbors. They were buying They were buying like canned beans because they couldn't afford anything else. So those are cheap. A can of beans. That's gonna be my canned beans. Beans and legumes. I remember.
Okay. It's
Yes,
not much
beans.
worse than milk. So
Lorraine?
I have absolutely no suggestions on what it would be, so beans are good.
Well, Kit are quite right. There's a tin of baked beans.
really,
Thank you, neighbors.
So in Neighbours, they were saying that baked beans were cheap.
Yeah, they were buying like canned beans, canned legumes because that's all they could afford.
And that made you think that that was the answer to, wow, your logic.
Yes. Because if that's all they can afford, then it must be cheap.
Probably. Okay. Yeah, okay. Question 6 for Lorraine.
For Lorraine. So, J.K. Rowling used the book launch to draw attention to which high-profile media story?
This is Deathly Hallows. What was going on around Deathly Hallows? I don't even know what year it was.
me neither.
No.
Guess that would be around 2008ish then.
So, probably Dragon and Lorraine were probably still in primary school.
Yeah, I was. I remember it was what year it was in primary school.
Am I the old fogey here then?
Oh,
Possibly you or me, Kit. Yeah, one of us two.
Oh well.
I think each of us is probably twice as old as the rest of them.
I'm sure that's not true.
I'm actually old enough to be Dragon's mother, so
no, you're not. You're not.
if I was a young mother,
A very young mother.
it happens. Sorry, Lorraine. We'll let you focus.
So, Lorraine, what are you going for?
I can't even think of what might have been going on in that year. I don't. Deathly Hallows was released. I think I was in year 4. What was going on? I was like 12. I'm not sure I even have a guess. What might have been going on when I was 12? Yeah, I don't know.
Dragon and Kit, any ideas?
Just
Well,
thinking.
you're
sorry.
What's
Oh.
the news of
So
the
what,
world
2007?
thing in 2007? Was that the news of the world thing? Was that back then?
I was just thinking about tax evasion maybe, because But with the the Paradise Papers coming out, I saw it mentioned that J.K. Rowling doesn't do any tax evasion, and she's really good about that actually. So she might have slammed people from. Wasn't there the Panama Papers before that? But I don't know what year that was.
Hmm.
Dragon?
Let's go with tax evasion.
Okay. So
The
you're going for
actual
tax evasion.
The actual answer, wants to do the reveal, was the abduction of Madeleine McCann.
Oh
Ah,
my god.
Yeah, they were going to put bookmarks into the books with
Yep.
Madeleine McCann's face on it.
Yeah, and they had
raise awareness.
posters up at all of the book launches, sort of when all of the shops opened at midnight. They all had posters of her up. Because the book launch was about 5 months after her abduction.
Yeah. That makes
Hmm.
sense.
gosh, has she been on that long?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't even recognize the name. We didn't follow the news at that age.
Yeah, she was a little girl that went missing in was it Portugal? Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. She was, what was she, 4, 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dragon and Kit are on 62.5. Lorraine is on 60.75.
We're actually ahead again.
What? How did that
You
happen?
are. It was the baked beans. It was the baked beans that did it.
I
Thank goodness we didn't go with the milk.
yes.
But we have 2 more rounds to go. And I'm going to try and enlist Andy's help, even though he might not actually have anything prepared for this. We were going to do a round on the actors and actresses
Oh gosh.
in Harry Potter. Are you able to do 5 actors and actresses, Andy?
Yeah.
Cool. So we will actually no, we'll do 6 because otherwise it's an uneven number. Starting with Lorraine. I mean, obviously, once you've got your the questions ready, because I'm just preparing the round after that.
Okay. So, if we go with Lorraine, who replaced Richard Harris as Albus Dumbledore after Richard Harris unexpectedly died?
His Michael Gambon?
It was Michael Gambon. For Kit and Dragon, who played Madam Hooch?
Ooh.
I have no idea. I'm terrible at actresses and actors names, so yeah, I don't know. Dragon?
Madame Hooch?
Yep.
See, I knew the Dumbledore one. It was probably the only one I would know.
Nope. Any ideas?
Um,
I don't know.
Zoe Wanamaker or something like that.
Yep, it was Zoe Wanamaker.
Who answered that? Sorry.
Dragon.
Right. That's a point.
Lorraine. Who played Madam Sprout?
Sprout was the herbology one. She had a cool name. Sounded like gargoyles, but it wasn't. Something margoyles. Ma. Margaret. Miriam?
Yep, Miriam Margolies.
Well done.
That was Lorraine, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kit and Dragon. Who played Gilderoy Lockhart?
Can't you ask me an easy one? Like, I don't know. Snape. I know that one. But no, I don't know Gilderoy Lockhart. Dragon?
Some guy named like Kenneth Branagh or something like that.
Yep, it was Kenneth Branagh.
1 point to Dragon and Kit, yeah?
Yep. Lorraine. Let's try. No. Who played Professor Flitwick?
Flitwick was the short one, so it was, what's his name? Warwick Davis.
It was Warwick Davis. And Dragon and Kit. Who played Professor Horace Slughorn?
Again, no idea. Dragon? Any guesses?
Which character? Longhorn?
Slughorn.
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 Okay, Longhorn are Texans. Okay. Jim Broadbent.
See, we can't get Snape or.
I know. I know. Just too easy. Or Harry Potter.
Any ideas?
At this moment, I've gone so blank, I can't even think of the actor who played Harry Potter. What have you done to me? Daniel Radcliffe, there we go.
Who got that last
I've
point?
just gone totally blank.
We did.
No one yet. Horace Slughorn.
We did.
Who played Horace?
I said Jim Broadbent.
Yeah. So I didn't hear you there, Dragon. So, yeah, Jim Broadbent. That's the 6 map.
That's 6. Okay. Right, so at the end of that, Dragon and Kit are now on 65.5. And Lorraine is on 62.75. So, this very hastily put together final bonus round is where all the points are going to come.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
So there are 8 points up for grabs here. So it really is anyone's game. Okay. You are about to see the Warner Bros. Logos from the start of each of the 8 films. I need you to identify which film each Warner Bros. Logo is from. Okay.
What?
What?
Okay, and as Lorraine is losing at the moment, I will let her go first. You can pick either top or bottom to answer. Which one would you like to answer?
I'll go the bottom one, and I'll say Philosopher's Stone.
Okay. I can tell you it is the Philosopher's Stone. That's 1 point. Okay. So Dragon and Kit. Which film is the top Warner Bros. Logo from?
I don't know, Prisoner of Azkaban? What do you think, Dragon?
Yeah, that looks like it would be.
Okay. I can tell you it's actually film 7.
Ah,
Okay. Right. Okay, so Lorraine, you're next. You can pick top or bottom.
They all just look the dark and the same. I'm going the top one. Nope. Order of the Phoenix.
I can tell you it is Order of the Phoenix. Very good.
well done.
Okay. Dragon Kit, the bottom one.
Is that one Prisoner of Azkaban?
Wait, well, wait.
What do you think, Dragon? Has to be the Prisoner of Azkaban at some point, so...
Yeah.
Is that what you're going for?
Are we?
3,
Sure.
2, 1.
Sure.
It's actually
Deathly,
film 8.
yeah, isn't it?
Deathly Hallows Part 2. Okay, so Lorraine, again, top, bottom, or middle?
The middle is Chamber of Secrets.
That is correct. Okay, now if you've been paying attention, process of elimination will make these last 2 easy. Okay, Dragon and Kit, top or bottom?
Dragon?
I think the top one is Azkaban.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah, top one. We're
If
gonna
the
say the
last
top
one
one
is
is Azkaban.
Azkaban, then I will just facepalm.
The top one is Azkaban.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay,
We got there
so
in the end.
Lorraine, there's one more film left. By process of elimination, work out which one it is.
Goblet of Fire?
Is that your final answer?
Now that you said that, maybe not. Yeah.
Okay. It is indeed Goblet of Fire. Now, being that it's process of elimination, Andy, do you think that final answer should be worth as much as all the other ones?
Yes. You still have to remember which ones have already gone. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. These scores are so close. Actually, like, impressively close. Do you want to take a guess at what your scores are?
1 point apart. Half a point apart.
Yeah.
Almost. You're
0.75 apart.
0.25 apart.
Oh.
One of you is on 66.5 and one of you is on 66.75.
Wow. Lorraine would be in the lead now, though, because she guessed more in
Yeah.
the final round. And she deserves
Yeah.
it, I think. I mean, she was up against two of us.
See, that is very, very close. Like, practically a draw. I don't know, Andy, do you think we should have a decider? A deciding question worth a point, or should we give Lorraine the victory on 0.25 points?
I think, yeah. I don't know, sort of. Yeah. Do you think we could get some money from Lorraine, Matt? Bag of £5 notes, non-sequential numbers.
Yeah.
And the seed balls.
No, yeah. I say, let's give it to Lorraine.
Okay. Lorraine, do you agree with that?
I'm not going to argue with that.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. So, on winning with 66.75 points to 66.5 points, the victor is Lorraine.
Congratulations, Lorraine.
Yay.
Only just, but thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that close. From what I had heard, that Dragon and Kit were saying that they're not particularly big Harry Potter fans. I was expecting them not to do that well. Okay.
Well, I got a lot wrong.
So did I.
If this had been like individual
Yeah.
scores, then we would be way behind Lorraine.
Okay. So, I think it's fair to say it's been quite a fun quiz.
Yes.
It's been enjoyable. So, which of the 7 Harry Potter books, which is your favourite?
Mine's always been Chamber of Secrets.
Prisoner of Azkaban
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban's my favourite as well.
I think it's quite tough to decide.
I've
I
always
quite
had a
like-
soft spot for Sirius Black, so
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When I first read it, Prisoner of Azkaban was one of my least favourites. But when I've reread them again, Prisoner of Azkaban has gone up in the rankings. And Chamber of Secrets has gone down a little.
Chamber
quite
of
like book
Secrets
5.
is my least favourite, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. Yeah, Chamber of Secrets is my least favourite. And Order of the Phoenix-ish, possibly. Joint
Yeah.
favourite. I don't know what it's joint with, though. It's like,
It's probably my joint least favourite, or Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix is J.K. Rowling's least favourite.
Mm.
Because she says that when she wrote it, she was suffering a bit from like depression, and that's why it's so long.
Yeah.
And
And it was also the same sort of when they started writing the film script for it. J.K. Rowling kind of said, "Oh, I don't care sort of what you do to the book. Just give me a film that I'm going to like."
sounds reasonable.
And but yeah, sort of with all of the other books, she was fanatical about what had to be kept in. As opposed to just that sort of very kind of odd thing with all the things kind of just do whatever you want to do to it. You know.
Do you think the film adaptations were good?
I didn't like them as much as the books.
Yeah, the books are better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the books are definitely better, but
Yeah.
for film
I think-
adaptations, they're not bad. There's been worse film adaptations.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. I think one of the mistakes they made with the first film was cutting out Peeves.
Yeah.
Yes. I love Peeves.
I think that's kind and I think that's kind of where sort of the sort of a lot of the fans of the books, I think, didn't necessarily transition across to enjoying the rest of the film, because like, well, you already cut Peeves out. Sort of, who's going to be next to be cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and who's like for a lot of the film, you don't see Dobby.
True.
No? Yeah. I like Dobby.
I like Dobby as well.
So you sort of go from sort of with the films, you sort of go from him sort of being doing by Sirius by Lucius Malfoy.
Yeah.
And then the next time you see him, he's being killed. Is that kind of
Yes.
and
Well, but they cut all the spew stuff out of the films, so
Yeah.
there's none of that
Yeah,
stuff going into the kitchens.
Yeah, the bit with the kitchen and meeting all the different elves as well, and the female elf, I can't remember her name, but
Winky.
those parts. Winky.
Yeah.
Winky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sort of seeing sort of Dobby sort of with all the hats on him and this crazy
Yes.
thing he had about wanting
Those
odd
socks.
pairs of socks.
In Chamber of Secrets as well, the Death Day party.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was cut out.
That would have been a cool scene, I
That
think.
would have been.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
have been.
Probably too expensive or something.
Yeah. I had a basilisk fight, so I think the budget wasn't too much of a concern.
Might as well have gone on the basilisk fight, really.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Has anyone read Cursed Child? play.
Yeah, once.
Haven't yet, no.
Has anyone seen it?
Once, but no.
I've not seen it. I've read it. I didn't like it.
Not a fan?
I'm not a fan of Cursed Child at all. What about you?
Yeah, not really, no.
No. It
just-
messes
no.
so much stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whole concept. Like, Prisoner of Azkaban has time travel, and I would argue that Prisoner of Azkaban is one of the few stories which does time travel well.
Yeah. Doesn't go over the top. Yeah.
It's consistent, it's self-consistent, and it actually kind of works. And then Cursed Child tries to do time travel, and it just does not work. It is awful.
I got the book on release day as well, so that was quite disappointing.
I got it on release day as well, and I read it within a few days of getting it. So it was disappointing. I still want to see it on stage because apparently it looks really good on stage with all like the magic effects and stuff. But the plot is stupid, the characters are stupid, and there's like a complete missed opportunity with what's his name? That's how much the Malfoy kid and Potter. Can't remember that.
Severus.
Scorpius.
Yeah, Scorpius and yes,
James.
and it's not James.
It's the other one.
It's
One.
Albus.
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 And Scorpius. Their relationship builds and builds and builds throughout the book, and then nothing happens. Then Rose comes along and takes Scorpius on a date, and I'm like, what the? You literally had a stage direction saying that Albus hugs Scorpius slightly longer than friends would. And then it turns out they're not. And it's, J.K. Rowling, as much as she advocates for all of this stuff, she wussed out and didn't put it in the book. I ship them. They definitely should be together. Like, it's there in the book. It's in black and white, and then they don't. It's annoying. But have you seen Fantastic Beasts?
Yes.
And Where to Find Them? That's a good film. That is good. I like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Eddie Redmayne plays the part really well.
Yes, he does. Once that she has read Cursed Child as well, and that she agrees it was disappointing.
I wouldn't rush to read it, Andy.
Yeah, it's.
No, I think it was one of them sort of for a long time. Sort of J.K. Rowling says, "No, I'm not doing Harry Potter anymore. I'm not going to do another Potter. I'm not going to do another Potter book." And then she does another Potter book, and it's like, and it's like you've had sort of such a long time since you wrote the last book. You've gone on. You've written new characters. You've written new books. You can't really pick up your characters again to kind of get back into them after that long a gap.
Yeah, it's just no. I mean, her Pottermore stuff's quite good.
Which houses are you all in?
I identify as Ravenclaw.
Same here.
But Pottermore sorted me into Hufflepuff. So
Pottermore put me in
Eustace house.
Ravenclaw.
I am loyal to a fault.
I was very, very quickly plonked into Slytherin.
You, Andy?
You've seen his questions.
This is true.
That is true.
I don't think anyone else would write a Harry Potter question in which the answer is baked beans.
Yeah, I think that's quite an achievement, actually.
Yeah.
My house is Ravenclaw.
Like I say, I identify as Ravenclaw, so that's fine.
You're Hufflepuff, aren't you, Dragon?
Yeah.
2 Hufflepuffs, 2 Ravenclaws, and a Slytherin.
What about your Patronuses? Have you done the test to see what your Patronus is?
No, I haven't.
Mine was an Arctic wolf, I think.
Nope.
Oh, that's good.
Mine's a Marsh Harrier.
It's good too. I'd like mine to be a cat for obvious reasons. A lynx, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't done the test.
I think there was some sort of cat option.
Yes, I think I've seen people come out of
But
cats.
yeah, I was.
I'd be like Umbridge then, though, wouldn't I? She ruined cats as Patronuses.
Oh.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
I've got a question, if that's okay for all you knowledgeable people.
Go on.
Something that's confused me about the Harry Potter storyline is that the Thestrals, you can only see them if you've seen death. Now, Harry Potter can't see them until the 5th book, but he saw his mother die.
I
That
think
doesn't
the
make sense
official
to me.
response
There's
is you
been a
have
lot
to
of
also
debate on it.
understand it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have to
And that's what
understand.
they say is
Yeah.
that as a baby, Harry didn't understand what physical
He
death
was saying.
was.
But he did later, before he went to Hogwarts. I mean, he has flashbacks about
Yes,
his
but
mom dying and, you know,
well,
seeing light
but that's the
and
thing,
hearing
though.
the screams.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though, is that when he has the flashbacks, he doesn't actually see her die.
He
He
sees
only
the flash
hears
of
the
light.
screams and sees the green flash. So I think that's the official line. It's the
Yes.
same. It's the same. There's an issue with. I think it's in book 7. Is why is Cho Chang still at Hogwarts when she's a year older than Harry?
True.
So she can't be a student at Hogwarts in year 7.
Yeah. She must have
But
failed her
she is.
having to reset.
Yeah, but there's sort of nothing mentioned at all in any of the other books about people being held back, about...
I don't know. With the Thestrals thing, obviously, to get from Hogwarts back to the train station in Hogsmeade, they have to go on the carriages again, don't they?
You'd
You'd
think
assume
Or do they
so, yeah.
walk? So shouldn't at the end of book 4, shouldn't he have seen the Thestrals then?
that's a good point.
Maybe they walked. But then that would...
Or maybe...
Maybe he was so traumatized he got another way home.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe it has to sink in. Maybe it doesn't happen immediately. Maybe you have to be able to reflect on the death.
Or maybe J.K. Rowling only came up with the Thestrals by book 5. And then came up with
Well,
the whole storyline for them.
That is one thing. She does claim to have known about Thestrals since book 1. But it could be that she'd completely forgotten about them until book 5. And I think it's very convenient that they get taught about Thestrals in their 5th year, the first time Harry sees them. So there's a convenient place for exposition. Same with the mandrakes. Like, it just happens to be that the second years are repotting mandrakes whose cries are fatal. So for a second year project, seems pretty inappropriate. And then obviously they're used to make the cure for being petrified.
So
Sorry, Andy?
So then there's the next question is, how do they unpetrify Nick? Because he's a ghost, so how does a ghost drink?
Yeah, he can't drink.
I still don't know how he could get petrified in the first place, being a ghost.
That was because it was sort of the way it was described in the book was it almost wasn't like being petrified because he'd sort of, I think he'd been sort of filled in a black kind of smoke or something, hadn't he?
Yeah, it was something weird.
That's the way it was described in the book.
Yeah. As great as the series is, there are some inconsistencies.
There are some really interesting lines, though, like theories about, say, the wands, for example. The whole history behind them, like the Elder Wand. That's really interesting and well developed, I think.
Yes. Yes, the whole Deathly Hallows stuff is well done, well developed.
But then still, with Dumbledore, there's still the question of, you know, he had always been this parental figure to Harry Potter, and then you see that whole different side of him. so to say.
Mm.
You can say that towards the end, you know, he might have guessed that the Voldemort part of him would die and Harry would survive. But what if it had gone wrong? Then Harry
It's been a
would
very different ending.
It's like, yeah, I
Could have
really
just been a
care
murderer.
about you and all that, but I'm gonna sacrifice you anyway, you know.
Yeah, just negligence, really, isn't it?
So Hogwarts is not good from a health and safety perspective.
No, like a lot of people do say, "Oh, I really want to get my letter to Hogwarts." I'm like, I really don't. Yeah, they're not the safest place, are they?
No.
No. Just get a group of 11-year-old muggles. Say, here's your broomstick. Off you go.
Yeah.
See, I don't get that either. How do you balance on a broomstick? You need a saddle, right? You're gonna slide off otherwise. I would.
The answer is with great difficulty.
And it's gonna be really uncomfortable.
They actually have
I
Quidditch
imagine
here
it
as
would
like a sanctioned club sport.
Oh yeah, like there's a Quidditch there's a Quidditch team at my university.
Yeah, we have one too.
Are you in it?
No.
I'm not in it. No.
My RA was 2 years ago.
How exactly
I've
does
seen
it
them
work?
play though.
Do they run around or do they throw?
They
Yeah,
run
you
around with a-
holding a broomstick,
That's
like
between your
trying to
legs.
hit the ball, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's someone plays the snitch. Someone wears bright yellow and has a tennis ball dangling between their legs.
Seriously.
And they run around and people chase them. I remember I was walking past where they were playing and the snitch ran in front of me. Followed by two guys with a broom handle between their legs, and it was one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
Yeah, not surprised about that.
Why between his legs?
What, the broom?
No, the snitch.
Oh, the snitch. I don't know. Well, it was kind of dangling. I don't know what the reasoning behind the positioning
No.
is.
I just hope they catch the white ball.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, we're supposed
Wouldn't
to
be good
keep
at
it
that,
13 plus though. But it does boggle the mind. Like, why not on a hat? Sort of like a pom-pom, you know?
I don't know. That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
I've just looked up pictures and this made me even more confused and mildly disturbed.
Dragon? It sounds like there's a dragon in your room. Or something.
It's Quidditch as a real life sport is
A little odd.
I guess they have fun.
That is true.
But yeah, I can't see myself taking up that sport.
No.
I wonder sort of if it'll carry on for like the next kind of 40 or 50 years.
quite possibly.
Yeah. People, but they still have the annual poo sticks going.
Oh, the
Done up
poo
there.
sticks.
Yeah.
Right. So, what we're looking. Okay, so it's 11:15 now. We've gone down to 2 viewers now. I think this is probably a good a good place.
Before we
A
lose them
good
all.
place to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have just prepared our end credit sequence.
Okay.
So I just need to find the song and then I'll be ready. It was ready. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys on mute. And so before I do that, we'll just say thank you to our 2 viewers who are still here, and good night.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Bye.
Or good day.
That's not the song, I'm sorry.